The term precognition is usually associated with the field of parapsychology and often evokes skepticism. It refers to the supposed ability to gain information about future events that cannot be predicted through known scientific laws or logical analysis. But is this phenomenon simply deception? Or is there a real cognitive mechanism behind what people call a sense of the future? The view of supporters. Supporters describe precognition as the ability to know that something will happen before it occurs, without relying on visible signs or logical clues. People who believe they experience it often report vivid dreams, sudden images, or powerful emotional impressions that seem to match later events. These experiences can appear in dreams, in meditation, or in moments of strong emotional connection. Commonly described forms include vivid symbolic dreams that appear to depict future events, sudden mental images with strong emotional intensity, physical or emotional sensations that seem to warn of something important, sudden insights that feel certain and immediate. Although these reports sound convincing to believers, cognitive science offers another explanation. The scientific position. From the point of view of classical science, precognition in its paranormal sense is not real. There is no scientific evidence that effects can precede their causes. Large controlled studies, including the well-known Stargate program in the United States, did not produce repeatable proof of psychic foresight. Most cases of alleged prediction are explained by known psychological effects, apophenia, the human tendency to see patterns in random information, availability bias, which causes us to remember the few accurate predictions and forget the many failures, retrospective distortion, when after an event we reshape our memory so that it seems we sensed it in advance. What cognitive science says. Modern cognitive science offers a more grounded interpretation of what people call premonition. First, the brain constantly performs non-conscious processing. It absorbs tiny cues from the environment and predicts immediate outcomes before we consciously realize what is happening. The sense of sudden unease around a stranger may reflect subtle signals that the brain noticed before the person understands them. Second, intuition is essentially experience in action. Experts such as doctors or chess players often make instant decisions because their brains recognize hidden patterns from past experience. Third, predictive coding theory describes the brain as a prediction machine. It builds models of the world and constantly updates them based on errors between expectation and reality. A better internal model means better anticipation of what will happen next. This is the real form of prediction that humans possess. Cultural origins. Interest in precognition grew rapidly in the 20th century. One of the most famous cases is the 1966 Aberfan tragedy in Wales, where a child described a dream of a school being destroyed the day before a mining collapse killed many children. Later investigations showed that many such memories appear only after a tragedy, shaped by grief, confusion, and confirmation bias. Precognition and quantum ideas. Some scientists, including Nobel Prize winner Brian Josephson, have speculated about connections between consciousness and quantum effects. However, quantum entanglement observed in laboratories is extremely fragile and lasts only fractions of a second. There is no evidence that the human brain can use such effects to obtain information from the future. Can precognition be developed? Paranormal foresight cannot be trained. But the skill that people often label as precognition can be improved. This real skill is intuitive prediction through experience, attention, and pattern recognition. Developing it requires observation, analysis of mistakes, mental clarity, and mastery in a chosen field. Precognition as a supernatural power remains unproven and likely belongs to the realm of belief and misinterpretation. But the ability to sense what might happen soon is real, rooted in the brain's capacity to process subtle cues and predict outcomes. The true power of foresight lies not in magic, but in the remarkable cognitive abilities of the human mind. Believe in yourself.